Beautiful. Hey, it's welcome back to Truck Trends in 3 minutes or less. This is Eric from Nutmeg Truck Center up in Hartford, Connecticut. Trying something new here today, and I do have a special guest. I have Craig Judge, our very own Craig Judge, the Director of Business Development at Nutmeg Truck Center. Hey, Craig, how are you? Welcome to Truck Trends.
Hanging in there, buddy. Hanging in there.
Good to see you again. Hey, listen, we're going to try something new here. We're going to do Truck Trends in 3 minutes or less, and I got a couple questions for you.
Sure.
Do me a favor. How has communication changed in the last 3-4 weeks with the obviously with the quarantine of a lot of our employees, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, as you know, our sales department now, we're all working remote. We're able to go to the dealership if we need to, but we're all doing the respectful thing and keeping our social distancing. And this truck train is a perfect example of how things have changed. You know, we're not out there mixing it up anymore and high-fiving, and you're not sitting on somebody's shoulders like you used to do. But
that's a good point. That's a good point.
It's a little different, but you know, we continue with our sales meetings once a week. As you know, you're on that meeting, and you know, I think frankly they've been some of the most productive meetings we've had. We're not skipping a beat. You know, everybody's in touch. We're communicating. We're sharing ideas. It's fun to have a guest on every week in our meetings.
Yes, it is.
Which obviously we'd never be able to do if it was, you know, our typical in-person weekly meetings that we did. So it's been good. I actually enjoy this kind of back and forth. I'm finding it kind of fun, to be honest with you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Question number 2 for you, Craig. Right now, you know, with obviously rates very, very low, are there any special lease deals or incentives for our consumers out there in the truck industry?
Funny you should ask. Funny you should ask. There's all of the finance companies that we do business with have come out with very, very low rates. We know that the Fed rate is super low now, which translates into low interest rates for our customers. But Isuzu Finance has actually stepped up. They actually lowered their lease rates again. They were incredibly low to begin with, but they've doubled down and brought the rates down again. I don't think you'll ever see an opportunity like we have now. I can give you 2 examples. As a matter of fact, I was just working on some social media posts. Let me share my screen with you. Let's go with this one here, and let me know you can see my screen.
Yep, I can see it. Yep.
Okay. And there's one example. There we go. That's our landscaper truck. They have, I just did some quick calculating, $575 a month for a 4-year lease on that truck with no money down other than first payment and security deposit.
Wow.
So for, you know, $1,200-1,300, you write a check and you've got that truck for $575 a month. I've never seen payments like that. You know, it's a 12,000 GVW open mower body, 16 foot with all the trimmings. You know, it's a truck we've had a ton of success with over the past 2 years. Very, very popular in the Northeast with all aluminum construction. And then I'll show you one more quick one here too. Another product that we sell a lot of. That's our Dejana DuraCube service body. This is for a 12-footer on an MPR HD gas truck. And that truck comes out to $699 a month, and that's with just the first month's payment and refundable security deposit, no additional money out of pocket. Obviously, you have to add taxes and register these numbers, but
wow, looks like a couple of great deals there, man. That's awesome. I really appreciate it.
Incredibly low numbers, very aggressive numbs from Isuzu Finance, so we appreciate that.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And let's finish up our truck trends with question number 3. Craig, say this blows over in, you know, 3, 4, 5 weeks. What's your outlook for Q3 and Q4? Should this pandemic, you know, get us back to some sense of normalcy? Give us your thoughts on Q3 and Q4.
I don't think there's ever going to be a normal. I think things are going to change. I think the way we do business is going to change. And what happens in Q3 and Q4 depends on whether this is more of a slow rollout of getting back to business, or if it's, you know, okay, on May 25th or May 20th, the government says, okay, everybody's back up and running. That's 2 different scenarios. I think Q4 is really where you have to look for the big rebound. I think there's a lot of industries that are still doing well. Obviously, if you're in a food service business or something like that, you're not. And we wish those people the best, that they have a strong recovery. I know myself and my wife, we said once the restaurants open up again, we're going to try to eat out 2-3 nights a week, just to kind of help support that industry. But I think Q4 is going to be strong. We're going to be geared up for it. Obviously, this thing is fluid and things are changing rapidly. So we're optimistic, but we're cautiously and conservatively optimistic, if that makes any sense.
Well, that's great, Craig. I appreciate your input. Thanks for being on Truck Trends. You're always a welcome guest, even if you are my boss. But thank you for the feedback. It's great. Everybody take care. This is Eric at Nutmeg Truck Center. If you have any other questions, please reach out to me or Craig Judge, the Director of Business Development. And thank you again, Craig, for being a guest on your Truck Trends of the Week. Take care of yourself. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.